45,000 ghost workers. Well, you might have heard that, but well, we'll attempt to just see if we could get some deeper understanding about what that means. Well, as you might have seen in that opening sequence, Mr. Gabriel Omohimi joins us now. He's a public affairs analyst and the former director in the Federal Civil Service. Thank you for coming on this morning.
It's my pleasure.
Well, first of all, when they say ghost workers, and now 45,000 of them in that federal establishment across the country, in fact, we understand. But was this kind of thing evident while you were in the civil service?
Let me tell you, the 45,000 is just an ice in just a very minute aspect.
45,000?
Yes, I'm telling you that you've not seen nothing yet.
So that's a drop in the ocean?
Yes, a drop in the ocean. If the system, initially I had thought that the President Jonathan's administration was not serious with the fighting of corruption in the system, the public service. But with the present structures that he is putting in place, I have now begun to have a change of mind. The present audit, the fiscal audit that was done in just 251 ministries, departments, and agencies. That was what brought about the 450. You still have 321 ministries, departments, and agencies that have not yet been touched. You find that there are a lot of the malpractices has been on for a very long time. I'll just try and paint this little picture. Before the advent of this Fourth Republic in 1999, between 1998 and 1999, there was an incident that happened that I will not forget in a hurry. A minister was appointed. You know what he did? He brought 4 of his cousins, nephews, and all the rest, brought them and insisted that an agency must employ them. 3 of the people he brought were just fresh graduates from the university. He was not just asking that they be employed. He insisted that they must be placed on grade level 14 and 15.
Fresh graduates.
Fresh graduates. This thing, I mean, we were shocked. The Director General of that agency could not try to explain to him. The man said no, that this is not the director of that agency told him, this is not just a thing you can do, because before you grow from level 8 to 14 or 15, you would have put in years of very hard work. The man refused. After ding dong, he insisted that he was not going to release the allocation of that agency until what he asked for was done. That was when these 3 of them were now employed and placed on level 12, a position far more above their competence and experience. Let me tell you, a system that was very much effective was turned upside down. There are so many of such incidents. We had thought that by the time this present civilian administration comes in, that they were going to be sanity. But we've discovered from experience that the politicians are even worse than the militaries that were not accountable to Nigerians. Right now, you find that Bolaji Adebi, one of the advisors, media advisor to President Jonathan, asked a very pertinent question which nobody has answered. He said, with the grandiose what you call projects that most of our legislators are undertaking, where are they getting the money to finance it? Will you tell me, is it their salary or the allowances they are getting? No.
Which one is that? Constituency project?
Yes.
Are they the ones financing it?
Yes. Some of the, even from the constituency, they also have their own project, personal project that they develop in their own constituency that which they finance. They run into billions of naira. Are they being asked them, where are they getting this money from? Right from day one, you find that there is this padding of budget. If a ministry submits a budget to the National Assembly, both the Senate and you find that they will add their own. They will pad it and add their own and ask that after they pass this budget, then you will now have to, the Director General have to look for a way to give them this the money that they added to it.
How do we authenticate that? Because it's still in the
No,
realm
you
of
see, you find
speculation.
that the federal government, now that Jonathan has refused to sign the budget, it is as a result of this padding. That is what is happening. It's not a thing that is hidden. They all do it. So, you find that not even that they come again with a long list of their relations and girlfriends that you must employ. As I speak with you right now, there are, if you go and do my proper investigation, there are ministers that have left office for about 3 years that still have their personal drivers and cook, which are being paid for by agencies that are still were once under them.
And you say that still goes on?
It still goes on.
Are those the people we refer to as ghost
The
workers?
ghost work, the ones that those are the ghost workers. You find that right now, the what they have done with this Federal Ministry of Finance integrated payroll and personnel information system. It was the physical check on the workers. That was what brought about this number that you've seen now. Then let them now go a step further to do, now find out if you work in social ministry or agency, what do you do exactly? Let them go and find out. You find that there will be more revelation because there are so many staffs that are with either the former Director General that has retired or with the ministers that are still being paid for.
But we cannot refer to those people as ghost workers. I mean, those ones, of course, are illegal, but they are still working somewhere.
Well, where are they? Okay, look, the truth is that the system has been bastardized, and that until the federal government really, from what Jonathan is doing now, I think one is a bit confident that there is an attempt to correct these things.
Because if you say, for instance, a minister that has outlived his or her tenure and his personal driver or her personal driver is still being paid from some of these ministries or parastatals, it means we have so many, in quote, free monies going around.
Oh,
and
yes.
who actually collects them? When we talk about ghost workers, for instance, I resigned from the federal civil service. Does it mean that my name is still there as a worker and someone is collecting money in my name?
There is a lot of manipulations in these ministries. The directors, you know that some of the directors of this ministry, some of them are even richer than governors that have a lot of money under their care. You look at the pensions can. That was a level 15 officer, an assistant director, with that kind of money. So you find that all the directors, the DGs of these parastatals, they all are in agreement. They know what they're doing. So you find out, for instance, I'll give you an example. A minister will have his own personal aides who he employed them, but he will not. The ministry where he works are not paying them. He will put their name on the payroll of a parastatal under his agency. These people will come up and say that they also, when it is time for promotion, they will see them appear and say that they are also coming to do interviews for promotion.